for where this project is going because unlike a lot of other people that suffer from rug pulls and disasters where they get scammed and hacked or their own team sabotaging them, I am perseverant. And in order to really move forward with my best foot, I'm putting everything down on this next element of the venture I started, Ballot AI, and I'm combining the resource of information from Economic Lift to add even more value. Economic Lift is an idea of empowering entrepreneurs to work with local business owners and local charitable groups like schools and other fundraisers, even projects within the Ballot AI ecosystem, even ballot measures that the people would want to file, and connecting with business owners on how we can help them create customer loyalty by bridging the gap, getting them into the crypto space where they can accept cryptocurrency without volatility using stable coins, letting the buyer decide where they want a donation or contribution to go at the moment of payment. So I figured out how to build my own smart contracts. This is about a year and a half ago or so. And I stumbled upon a resource that I can teach entrepreneurs to build smart contracts. So when someone makes a payment, no matter what cryptocurrency to the business owner's wallet, it automatically splits up that payment so that they get the majority in real time right there on the spot execution and delivery of their money. And that the charity or nonprofit or school fundraiser of their choice also gets a contribution in real time. This is a game changer when it comes to payment operations and competition with the whole payment industry, whether it's Visa or MasterCard, all of the various crypto payment systems and so forth, because we are serving this niche industry with purpose. We have figured out a way to drive consistent traffic, breaking the gap of people in traditional finance and DeFi so that they can fund their favorite nonprofits and charities the moment they make a purchase in real time. This helps all the charitable groups then want to sponsor and promote every single project that is being fundraised in coordination with all of the business owners so that the whole community can thrive, creating economic localization. All of the nonprofits, charities, and schools using the system can fundraise with 100% transparency, getting money right to their wallet in real time, creating customer loyalty that is unmatched. They will tell all their supporters, all the families of the kids that have their parents getting involved by bringing home pamphlets from the school directors to their homes, will then be able to tell all of their friends as well, creating a type of referral program that's also backed by this Yin Yang DAO. Yin Yang DAO, a website that I just purchased the domain to, is based on my personal ideas and my character, my background. I've studied martial arts for my entire adult life, and it's really formed who I am. It's this idea of perseverance, to never give up, to always address situations head on without fear. And a lot of people would give up after a rug pull like that, but I do not have fear of my finances or what can happen because I'm so confident that this next stage is going to deliver exactly what we want. And we're going to get all of our money back because we can litigate against the scammer. We can audit, we can subpoena the scammer's information from Fiverr, from PayPal, who we did business with, and we can subpoena his bank to get his phone IP address and deliver that subpoena to bring him to court. In which case, we already audited his wallets and see that he has over 300,000 in a wallet right now. He uses MEXC exchange. We can get that money back. We can also just create our programs. Next time, now when we launch this new staking platform, we are going to create an audit. I was talking with a group called Halborn this morning. They have a very expensive price. It's around 10,000 on the low end, but I'll compare them with other name brand audits and see if that's a solution. Otherwise, I also have an account with Chain GPT, a very valuable cryptocurrency I recommend you check out that does audits. Their audit alone should be able to save us money this first time. And you know that you can contribute to this project with confidence because of how it will directly execute the function to deliver money to your self-custody wallet in real time. The developer I found actually found me. He reached out on LinkedIn. He saw my post. He said, "I'm really sorry to hear about what happened. I have blockchain experience. I'd like to help you come back." And although he's charging me, it's not like it's free. I value his work. I need to do this. I need to get this project up and running soon and get your support as my community member even with the smallest contribution, which will be around $8 at today's prices in Solana, it's 0.05 Solana to open a smart contract. And what this is going to do is allow us to fundraise for the economic lift and Ballot AI simultaneously. You see, economic lift can help the business owners be leaders in the community, letting their supporters know that letting the supporters know of ballot propositions with Ballot AI that they will fund for them. They will fundraise for them. So when people shop at those businesses and they're using a QR code designated to the ballot proposition, whether it is a Bitcoin reserve or blockchain voting or a number of policies, we can get this business owner support because that customer loyalty is priceless. People will shop, the money will go towards the Ballot AI propositions launched through our up and coming launchpad that will have to be audited, whether it's ChainGPT or a name brand auditing company. I believe that we can raise millions of dollars rapidly with your help. It only takes a few people to start telling a few others, and before we know it, we can have a ripple effect, reaching out to the thousands of people and tens of thousands of people, all funding and contributing towards our project. And this is going to be made possible because of the structure of the Yin Yang DAO that funds both of these projects with every contribution. 50% is kept by the fundraiser, and 20% goes to the two DAO wallets for Lyft and United Petitioners, which is supported by the Ballot AI software. And the remaining funds, 60%, 40% left over. Am I doing the math? Hold on. It's 50%, 67. Oh, so it's 30% left over. Okay. Those will be divvied up into 6 levels of 5% each. So that when someone at the 10th position underneath a founder who opens up the smart contract contributes, that founder will get 5% of that. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's based on the duplication principle. If you plug it into a calculator, say you bring in 5 people and they bring in 5 more and they bring in 5 more, take 5 to the 9th power and you're going to see you have a huge number of people. Multiply that times the 5% of that minimum contribution, and you're going to be looking at a huge lion's share of value from being that initial fundraiser that opened the door for others. So we have a 9-level, multi-level marketing program. Everyone gets a slice. 20% goes to the 2 wallets that we'll also be giving back to our community initially to reward those to build out our DeFi education platform. I already have a number of resources. I'm going to be teaching decentralized finance right from the get-go before people even pay, because we want mainstream adoption. We want people to know how they get in the door to even make that payment with their self-custody wallet. So we cover DeFi basics from the get-go for free. Once you get 2 people minimum, you open up the doors to get another level of DeFi education where you're going to find yield on stable coins between 10% and less, up to 10% as an initial founding member who gets in with 2 people. And the stable coins are so much value because although we want to capture the gains from Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other layer 1s and layer 2s on Ethereum, we absolutely want to make sure that the value of these liquidity pools is protected only for those who have contributed money in. Because when more money goes in to these liquidity pools, the APY goes down. They're only giving out initial distribution from the go for early investors. So it takes research, and I'll be teaching how to research for people all the way up the line. And if you find a new stablecoin pool that you can keep profits in during the bear market, and you can sustain profits during the bear market. And let me say that again, if you can keep profits during the bull market and make sure you keep those profits, it's the smartest strategy. Then you have compounding interest on those stablecoin farms for the rest of their existence, which should be indefinitely. I'll teach you how to find the most secure stablecoin farms that have the longevity that we know we can trust, and new ones with a very high yield. And when you find one, you can get a bounty. You can jump up to higher levels of DeFi education, even if you have not referred enough people. So this is going to open up a huge door for people. It's going to bring DeFi mainstream. It's going to encourage adoption with that referral program, enticing people to learn sales. And I'll use my own skills. I taught sales in the form of door-to-door fundraising for 3 years and was the top fundraiser trainer in 2 different offices I worked in: Clean Air Council in Philadelphia, which is still around doing great environmental work, and the Florida Consumer Action Network in Florida. I believe that they're still around as well. I started with this group called Clean Water Action. Almost didn't make the quota because you have to raise 130 a night, I believe it was, or 120 a night. Almost didn't make it by the 2-week deadline because they were paying a salary. But this whole system is going to be independent contracting, commission based on the blockchain. So we don't have to worry about any of that fussy paperwork with the government. We're going to empower you to learn the skills right upon your initial investment of 0.005. And these can help you in any kind of sales direction you go in. I'll teach you the methods, the strategies and skills you need to develop and break it down from my experience so you can become an expert fundraiser, which will help you in all kinds of sales. And now I've even attained more access to information from top talented salespeople that I can bring to the table to make sure you are a tremendous success. I'm always also going to be teaching artificial intelligence as I am learning, and I'm working on getting certified on a couple courses as I build all this program. And that's going to empower you because I'll teach free tools you can use to generate content, to generate interest in what you're doing, generate your social media following, even getting websites up. I have a free website platform. You can get a site for a year. You even get into merch sales for free. If you can set all that up, more power to you. And I'll be helping you get all of these steps in place. So every single individual who joins can be a leader with their own website and branding, their own referral programs. And the best part is we're not limited to our own project. Economic Lift is about educating people about all DeFi so there's mainstream adoption so the businesses and charities can get involved. And we're not like a cult religious to just our system. Our system is going to be the bridge between all of these other projects. So in essence, we may be like a viral cult in a way, but we're not isolated to say ours is the only best system. We're going to teach all kinds of other projects to invest in as well. At the end, I want you to get the most gains from this project that you can reinvest back into our projects, our tokens that we can raise in value in staking and so forth. And yes, we will be getting the best audits this time because I'm not going to risk getting a rug pull again. There's so much to go over, but I'm just wanting to sweeten the deal and give you more and more value as you understand how this works. And so understand we're going to teach fundraising and organizing. We're going to teach AI marketing and social media networking. And from these skills, you can develop a network that will learn DeFi, that will grow their own networks underneath you, and you can get passive income from just finding a few people that take it off. Finding one person who takes off the project, gains the skills, leverages them to find new leads, and brings in investors to our project can generate you passive income for the rest of your life. The DeFi will generate passive income for the rest of your life, and all of the affiliate programs we associate with. We empower you with your own user groups when you start building a community where your Telegram group will grow automatically from those you recruit. And so you have a portal to talk to people, encourage them, show them what you're learning. We're going to have a master portal where everyone can learn from, but then you can pass on referral programs. So if I pass a referral program on to you to fund our project through me to you, you can then pass it on to your downline. And we can work with all kinds of referral programs. We're going to vet them. We're going to talk about them as a group. We're going to have 2 different DAOs that can invest on our behalf. They don't have voting yet, but they will be voting as soon as we create them. We can do a lot with this project, my friends. And I really want you to see that I'm not giving up on this dream. 2 ideas in my life that I'm going to focus on for the rest of my life. I'm bringing together in the Yin Yang DAO. The site should be up by tonight. It's called yinyang.dao. I bought it on Unstoppable Domains. And it's going to be amazing. I'm even I'm going to sweeten the deal even more with another project I'm going to build that's going to tie into virtual reality Kung Fu training. Okay. I actually got a suit temporarily. I returned it because at the time I couldn't really build with it. But in time, I want to start teaching Kung Fu. I have friends in Nigeria, very violent place. They've been attacked. I had one of our associates had his phone robbed. I want to help people understand real Kung Fu to save their life and defend themselves. So that's another sweet benefit I'm going to give to investors who go up the line, starting with Qigong to learn the esoteric, spiritual components to the martial arts, the meditation, the breath work, the longevity sciences. And we're going to go in and expand on that, teaching Kung Fu as people get up higher and higher levels of referral and business mastery. I'm also going to be tapping into the Andrew Tate program as I have paid for that entry and I've been putting it off for too long. I'm going to be diving in, but I have so much I'm trying to balance at the same time. I'm working on completing all of the projects at the same time, so I'm a little overwhelmed. I have a child I take care of. He's away for about a month on vacation right now with his mother. I have a girlfriend, but I give her limited time. She supports me 100%. She actually helps make my life earlier, cleaning up around the house, doing laundry, those great things you would want from a woman that's really supporting a man with a vision. So she's helping out a lot. But the biggest factor is my life insurance. My life insurance cliff notes. I have flashcards. I'm going to be studying these religiously to get my life insurance license. My plan is to live past 100, 120 with life extension technologies, maybe 150 with the advanced Qigong I get into, because I practically am the master, although they say not to call yourself a master when you're in my position. I have surpassed the Qigong, the Thai Qigong's ability to teach me value. Unless he's just a scammer. He certainly acted like it at the end. It's just a sad situation. He kicked me out when I wanted to negotiate with him on pay because he knew that I lost the huge amount of money from the rug pull. He acted like he didn't have a heart. He said, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't have any pity for you. He tried to give me some kind of fake guru advice. I always looked up to this guy. I was his number one fan, always defended him against accusations, but now I saw that they were true in the end. It looks like so much is true about him, his bad side. But he was the one with the resources of the Kung Fu knowledge I needed to obtain as his equal opposite, now bringing light to the world. Under the domain, I have immortalkungfu.com and immortalkungfu.dao. I want to put it on the VR, put it on the blockchain so that these Kung Fu styles can become immortalized, to teach people these amazing self-defense methods and the training that brings enlightenment through practice, that brings awareness through meditation, which is how I came up with these genius ideas. I mean, yes, it was my creativity, but it was diving into that state of no mind when awareness would come to me and I could connect these puzzle pieces that I would not see before. This will enhance everybody's skill level, everyone's ability, learning deeper meditation, breath work, and the sciences of the martial art training, which enhance the body and enhance the soul. The ability to have perseverance, just like I have in this project. My energy's back. Earlier, I was a little tired. I drink a little fruit-based nutritional supplements. I'll be teaching the health sciences the best I can to my community, working to ever increase the value of everything I build. So when people fundraise with me, you get DeFi knowledge and education. I started mastering decentralized finance during the bear market and saved my gains. I was on Facebook, #CryptoMatrix. I had a similar program. I was going to use the old Forsage program, but I need something unique with my own broadcast like this, because Forsage, these other network marketing programs, did not have a soul. This has a soul. We have 2 amazing white papers that can change the world. I encourage you to read them. The website might currently be down. I'm going to be reviving them. I have saved all the information. Let's just check. But yeah, the site builder I built them on is shutting them down soon. Economiclift.com and ballot.ai, although let's see if that even links right now. It should link. It's under HTTP, so some browsers will do it. But read those white papers. Ballot.now.site is still up as at the time of recording this video. It looks like it does forward to the site. Read those white papers. Understand what we're getting into. These are major goals. We pitch Ballot AI as if it's for VCs as well as a grassroots organization, because I do not want to wait for VCs. I want to empower you. If we create this network marketing effect as we can with your help, learning sales, learning marketing from me, we can build this from the grassroots up without VCs. We want to have the most decentralized program to empower our community. We are currently on the Solana blockchain. We look forward to going cross-chain and looking for grants from other blockchains that would like to see this major staking, decentralized finance, DEX, Launchpad, and DAO all on their networks, if not Solana. Solana should back us. We are started here. The liquidity will always be born from here. We're on Meteor DEX, but we may go cross-chain. We're looking for all ways to get funding for this. Another one is to approach the federal grants that will allow me to finish the AI development for the Ballot AI software. Although my main dev is overseas in the UK, I'm going to look if he can become a US citizen to work that, because they look like they're giving away like $5 million. And I think I have a solid pitch. So I need to run all that solidly tonight and in tomorrow and the next few days before I go to New Mexico to help a local mayor. We're working to flip the Democratic city of Albuquerque Republican. Okay. Democrats have run it for too long. Crime is through the roof. They're soft on crime. They give the criminals a slap on the hand. They go out, they go do it again. They're destroying the small businesses. My father decided, just like my Gong, giving up on me. Okay. But I don't need them. I'm looking to build a new community. I'm a father. I will never give up on my son, and I'll never give up on my community. Just because I have been just neglected and even abused, lied to, manipulated by my Kung Fu instructor. And my father just dismissed me as a human being when he realized that I voted for Trump because he's a diehard Democrat to the end, no matter how much corruption we expose. Like the auto pen scandal. Did you hear about that? How corrupt could it be? Biden wasn't even signing the bills. It was an auto pen. Who knows who signed them? He was senile. They want to blame Trump for everything, but I think Trump's doing a great job. And if he does something inappropriate, I'll call him out. At the end of the day, ballot AI is a contingency plan for the people to get our power back, even if we are under a corrupt government with direct democracy. That's enhanced and protected by our constitutions when we get involved, when we, the people, are the deciders. This is available worldwide. From the problems of the killings in South Africa, we have Egypt that has an interesting process. They could use ballot measures to maybe discover the infinite technology potential of the pyramids, deploying government capital and researchers from all over the world to find out what's going on underneath them. I don't know if you saw that. That's incredible. Arizona, where I live, we can remove Monsanto's headquarters that creates the GMO seeds. That was something I went to all the county commissioners' meetings to seek to address, and the county commissioners didn't do anything, meaning I really want to kick them all out of office. And so we have a potential here to remove Monsanto. Countries all over the world have their own corruption and have entities that are corrupt that need to be addressed. We have a lot of potential. The ballot initiative process will create a futuristic society where the people decide on our own laws. An economic lift creates a economic localization that cannot be controlled by the government, that allows us to fund every single project ourselves through transaction fees with local businesses, competing and eliminating the need for banks. Decentralized finance is the future. I hope you join me and are inspired by this little story. I'm sharing with you the rhetoric about ballot AI's future. We are going to be a success. I'm going to get on building the Yin Yang DAO. See if I have some time to launch that. I will be able to do that tonight, I believe. So seeing it's getting dark and I can't wait to go out there and exercise. Actually, right around sunset, it gets cool out here and I'm going to be exercising into the evening. I think I can even record and upload some more. I need some followers on my Facebook to do live streams from my Facebook Live with my page called Immortal Kung Fu. So please subscribe and like that page as well. I need 100 subscribers. I really just started working with it. I posted before. I can show you how to punch near 600 pounds. I learned how to do. I'm under 200 pounds. It's over 3 times my body weight. Okay. My healthy weight's 160. I'm a little heavy right now. When I was in Florida after this happened, I was at my mom's. I wasn't eating the best. That definitely gained on weight. I gained some depression having the rug pull, and then my Gong basically removing me from lessons when I asked to negotiate. I explained the story. He did not teach the last 4 roads of the Wooden Man. He had me pay for the DVD by another Bagua instructor out of Australia named Earl Montague. I gave him that DVD. It was over $70 in value with the shipping costs and everything. He said he was borrowing it. Just like several other things he said he was borrowing, he never returned. I called him out on that. He just was more and more angry when I started seeing through his BS and calling him out, because I realized that this is going nowhere. Why am I paying $150 an hour when you're not even giving me value anymore? I realized I've surpassed him. I showed him an application. I regretfully did, because I'm at the point where I'm showing him applications. He showed me an application for a move that was so weak that wouldn't even stop a defender, an attacker in a defense. It wouldn't even stop someone. It would just push them back temporarily. And when the whole point is to end a fight immediately. And I called him out on that. And although he's given me great knowledge over the years, I got to that point. I've surpassed him. So I've gone through a death, and now I'm going through a rebirth. I'm doing liquid foods for a few days. I'm going to be going on all fruit detox for hopefully this entire time in Albuquerque. I believe I can do it. I just need to keep my energy up. I may even just straight do water fasts soon. I'm going to do the liquid fast first, and then I'm going to do water fasts. I plan to do an extended water fast while I'm growing this project in its incubation stages. I'm extending myself to build this, and I may even liquidate my personal credit cards at the risk of going bankrupt just to make this happen. Although I'm not going to allow it to go bankrupt when I put my all into it. I just need a miracle from the heavens. If I put everything in, I'm going to dive into Andrew Tate's work. I'm going to continue my AI courses. I'm going to deliver value to my community from all of my resources. And I want you to join me. So if you are excited to learn what I've learned and be a part of that, please let me know. Share these videos. Join me where I'm most active on x.com at Liberty Economy, my YouTube at Liberty Economy. I'm posting these videos there, and I'll be doing other lives. I'm doing other AI videos there, or at least with my AI video maker. It produces work with Reels. That's okay, but I'm going to do some other stuff with AI. I'm about to hire someone also to help me on Fiverr with my $200 credit. They gave me, after the whole rug pull and everything, they gave me $200 credit, and they won't even shut this guy's account down, even though I showed them the proof of the code that was finally audited, showing all these red flags of high alert, high alert, high alert, high alert, medium, and low alert through every line of code practically. And they still won't penalize him. It's so corrupt. It makes me want to sue them. But we're going to make things happen. We're going to do great things. You know, the Israel-Gaza conflict, the people of Israel that are against what's going on, not the brainwashed racist soldiers, but the actual, loving, peaceful Jews that live there should not be blamed for what Israel does, just like America should not be blamed for our government. We'd have to take it back, and we're doing everything we can. No individual should be harmed in war. The people of Gaza should have some way to come back and be safe. It's another, crucial issue I'm concerned with. I've asked some hard questions and been criticized when I explained that they need to take control of their government and get rid of Hamas, only to find that these Hamas sympathizers attack me. Like what I'm saying is irrelevant, but it's not. They're controlled by Hamas, and they're not doing anything about that in their own country. They need to have that battle on their own turf, just like the Mexicans need to use their initiative process in Mexico to fix the problems with their country instead of trying to hop our border and get welfare off of our system here. The initiative process is the backup solution to end all corruption in government. Israel has the initiative process, meaning the people can oust Netanyahu. We can get rid of the corruption in the Israeli government. The people of the EU can use the referendum process. The people of the UK can use the referendum process. We can go down the list. I'm going to start blogging and using some AI tools to rewrite blogs. I believe we'll do tremendously well with our SEO as we get into functioning these AI tools. And I look forward to sharing with you guys all the free tools and paid tools so we can have some powerful leaders making this happen. Thanks for watching this video. I'm going to work on one more video just succinctly encapsulating exactly how the Yin Yang DAO fundraiser works. So please join me on the next stream if you're here now. I'm going to get into that topic alone so I can publish that video, share it with people, and let others share it so you can start recruiting for our pre-launch, which should be June 1st. It may even happen sooner. And June 6th is the day I plan to put all the marketing funding behind it to have a big pop-off explosion of value and growth. That is a numerological day because it represents the first day that I started training Kung Fu, which happens to be 6/4, which is just a coincidence, which is in the stars because that just happens to be, yes, the day that I joined, but also the numerical value of the I Ching, which is what the Tao is based on, which is Taoism philosophies. It's almost like a religion, but it's not. Some could say it's a godless religion, but it's really not. It is, but it's finding value in the soul and the self-determining spirit within and healing the body, which they're extremely advanced. But even that has more history in Hinduism, which we'll be getting into as well, because I consider myself Hindu. I'm also Christian. I may even be Muslim at some point, although people say that all those things disagree with each other. My lead developer is Muslim, and I promised him if he delivers this project, I'm going to read the Quran thoroughly and study it. I'm very into religion. I have an archive of religious facts and data promoting Dharma and goodwill to not harm others. The non-harm principles is synonymous with anarchist values, peaceful anarchists that are relevant in the cryptocurrency space. They call that the non-aggression principle, but it goes back to religion. It goes back to early Christianity. And even before that, the Bhagavad Gita it's explained that the use of force is allowed when someone is violating your rights and stealing from you, for example. You have the right to use force. And that was the message in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna tells Arjuna to fight and do what's right and fight for him and fight for his kingdom and fight for God, because he had his whole kingdom being stolen. I highly recommend you all read that because it gives me inspiration. It is a monotheist religion, although people say it's pantheism, but they're wrong because they don't understand that there's a supreme ultimate Lord that from which all other lords emanate, and they just are the ones in control of different elements of the world and society. But they are not the supreme ultimate personality of Godhead as Lord Krishna is. You'll find that I'm very not based in materialism. I have a deep spiritual connection with God and love for God and love for all people. And I want to enhance that as we move forward. And I'm working on self-mastery. I didn't believe in God for many years, and then I read the Bhagavad Gita and it started to really make sense. It gave me a different perspective. I've read the Bhagavatam, which is the most epic novel, and the Puranas. I've read the Shiva Purana, and I'm going to go through the other 17 in time. And it gives me basically the instinct to keep moving forward and the drive to persevere, to never have any fear over anything. And I hope that you all have that spiritual strength as well. And if you don't, I highly recommend you just listen to the Bhagavad Gita on audio. And there's correlations with Christianity. In fact, they proclaim the Christ as an avatar of Krishna, appearing on a millennial mark, just as prophesized in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says he will return every millennium to reteach morals. And this is very evident. There's other avatars on these millennial marks. 4000 BC is Ma'at, that taught Dharma through the 50 commandments. That was a Kemetic religion of ancient Egypt. 3000 BC was Buddha. 2000 was Christ. 1000 may arguably be the Sufi movement within Islam, and the decentralized Islam of Sufi movement, which is not just to Muhammad, but to those that were getting into more of the esoteric aspects of Islam. And Sufism has Dharma 100%, which is why I could consider being Muslim, although they would want to hate me because I have multiple religions, which to say is not possible. But it is if you understand Hinduism. If you understand Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you can have any religion that gives you value, that leads you to be a good person. There's multiple ways to God, he says. He says, abandon all religion, just come to me. And he is the oldest in history. If you look back in the timeline, it's very fascinating. I hope to have this channel filled with a spiritual component where I talk about it and I source from books. I'll be reading to people, educating. I'm going to have a physical component. There's 5 elements of the Tao, and there's 5 elements of these components: spiritual, physical, monetary, because you have to have energy when you put out work that's allowing you to live your life so you can practice spiritual discipline, so you can meditate and even have the time to do that and connect with the God that allows you to be the best person possible, to lead a life where you can achieve your goals that you want. There's a component for the outreach and to be heard, to educate others. That's a 4th element. Connects with social media, for example, and news and media and production. Actually being a producer to get your knowledge out there about your spiritual ideas, your physical work that you do to improve your health, that you can inspire others with, your cryptocurrency knowledge that you can attain to inspire others with. That 4th element is crucial because you can't just keep all that information yourself. You have to share it with others, just like I have been neglecting sharing with others how to fundraise. But now with this fundraising program launching in a few days, we will 100% be able to tap into those resources. And the 5th element is direct democracy. It is changing the government, recruiting people to be our own government, to decentralize government, to have the ultimate say over policy, to remove bad actors, to remove bad laws, to create litigation against the government with a citizen grand jury process, to create a future that is made for and by the people with a hierarchical power structure, only restricted by the rule of law and individual freedoms, liberties, and justice. Not to have like a communist takeover. There's a bunch of leftists, ultra leftists that want direct democracy as well through their brainwashing. They want to have mob rule that can then take over government. But that is not the answer. We'll be exposing communism. We'll be exposing corruption in this media channel as well. And unlike other media channels, I will deliver world news as we can get to it with hope, with faith, in fact, the stronger word for this matter, that we can take action, we can achieve things that we want. The Economic Lift program has already been validated in Florida before there was cryptocurrency. I'll share more info about that in other videos. And Ballot AI has already been validated. I have some demo videos of software basically working, although it's not actually ready for use yet. I will be seeking to upgrade that. And your effort being a part of this community is going to make that all possible. So thanks for your time. I look forward to giving you a lot more value with this channel. Please subscribe if you're not already here. Follow us on X at Liberty Economy. That's my main channel. And I need you to get inside the Telegram. Let's start blowing this up. Bring in your friends. Like I said, I'm going to make one more video to succinctly capture what we're doing with Yin Yang DAO. But the Telegram link is @ Yin Yang Smart Contract. So I'd love to see